It's one of the best morning radio shows in Charleston. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with Brooke Ryan, Mike Edwards, and Tanya Brown of Two Girls and a Guy. Well, it's so good to see you guys.
Hi, Quintin.
Good to see you. You know, first I want to say congratulations to you on what your category for Best Morning Show.
Thank you.
What does that feel like after how many times?
You know, it's good. I don't even pay attention to it anymore. I think it's super cool to be recognized in the city.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that we've have been very prideful about is just being super local on our morning show, and because there's so many syndicated morning shows in this city now. So I think in order to be successful on a local level, you just have to be so Charleston, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And when we start a show every day, that's kind of what our aim is what's going on locally. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of shows that can talk about, you know, politics with Donald Trump or the election or whatever, but, you know, to be able to talk about Tony the Peanut Man and what it means to the city and how we were all so sad when that happened.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that, you know, the Burt Show can't do, that they don't have that emotional connection to this city. You know?
I mean, look, I'll be the first person to say I love it when we're nominated for awards. I grew up doing pageants. I grew up in that sort of lifestyle, so I think it's great. And having another City Paper nomination for Two Girls and a Guy is really, really exciting. And Mount Pleasant Magazine, the same thing. So it's always wonderful to get the, I don't want to say acknowledgement, but just know that people are listening and they're happy to be listening to us.
Brooke loves awards.
I do. I love trophies.
She loves the tiaras. If you can get her tiara, she would love that.
Can we start, you know what, instead of plaques, that's what they need to start doing, tiaras.
Well, Mike would look great in one of those, by the way.
Okay.
You know, I think for me, I love the fact that we left and we still got nominated because this city has made us feel so loved. Mm-hmm. And they thank us all the time for, so glad you guys came back. No, we're glad you love us enough to have us back because we appreciate everyone locally here. We really do.
And I hate to talk about this.
Uh-oh.
But I'm on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
And I noticed somebody said something very nasty about you.
Oh.
And your voice.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you explain why your voice is the way it is right now?
Sure. You know, when I was younger, I used to sing. A lot of people don't know that, and I actually sounded more like a Disney princess than Ursula. I was more like Ariel. And then when I was 19, 20-ish, I went on a cruise with my family and lost my voice completely, and it never came back. And it took me years to go get it treated and looked at and all of that, because it was something that, you know, when you're afraid of something, you don't want to know the results. You don't want it to be final.
Right.
And so I went to actually Charleston ENT here, and they did all the tests and went down my throat and all of that. And I do have nodules on my throat, which is what causes my voice to sound the way that it does, you know. So it was hard at first, losing my voice, because it was what defined me for so long in my life. You know, I mean, I sang with Radio Disney when I was growing up. Like I said, the pageants, the stuff like that, the different shows, singing the national anthem, all of that stuff, to not being able to sing at all, and then having it end up translate into what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? It just, it worked out. And so when that woman, if you're watching, lady.
She's not watching.
She's not. She's turned to the Burt Show.
But she just made a comment and said that basically my voice was the reason that she doesn't listen to the station, and that it was like, what did she say? That it would be like having Miss Piggy on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
So she
not trying to be mean.
She voice shamed and she fat shamed in one comment.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay. You know, people have a right to their opinion, but know all the facts. You know, because it was out of all the streams, because people went in for her. And I like the fact that people locally protect us and they love us that much. But the one person said, you honestly hate a person because of the way they talk. How cruel can you be? Yeah. That's cruel. It is. You know, and it's not even about bullying or anything. I'm like, the nerve of you, because, you know, we don't come to your job and say, you know what? You suck. You should be fired. Exactly. Can't find another thing. That's just rude. You know? It is. So, it was just one of those things. I think it hurt all three of us. Yes. And, you know, we're protective just like the Low Country. And for them to say that we know her situation, you don't, and you still went out there and you put it on social media.
Right. And then after you guys, and after you guys told her that, she still went
Oh, she still went in. She didn't get it.
It made me laugh. You know what? It was the perfect situation, because I didn't see it when it first happened. I didn't see it until the
didn't wanna
next
tell
morning.
you.
And so when I saw it the next morning, there were already 20, 30 comments from our listeners
Right.
just, defending me before I even had to. So a situation where I normally probably would have been upset and maybe taken a little bit of it to heart and cried a little or whatever, I ended up laughing and making the best of it because we have such great listeners.
Yeah.
Such great listeners.
And you came in as a referee, kind of.
As always, that's what he
Pretty
does.
much. Yeah, I think that originally I wasn't like on the air on Two Girls and a Guy. I was behind the scenes. I was the program director, the brand manager since I got in Charleston in 1999, and the show's evolved over time, and we had an opening for the Guy when Steve, who was the Guy way back in the day, went to our country station, and then we hired Special Ed, if anybody remembers him, and he had a problem getting up that early in the morning.
Wow.
And I said, hey, what if I filled the spot? And these two were like, no,
You're not funny.
You're not funny. It'd be weird working with our boss.
We didn't want him.
And
We really didn't.
They didn't think I was funny, and
And
they still don't.
we know.
And you're still
That's
their
true.
boss.
Before we only knew him as the boss, not so much as a friend or as a member of the show. So Mike as the boss, Mike as the suit and tie was very different than the Mike that we got to know on the show and the Mike that all of our listeners get to experience. So when he came to us and said, how about I fill in this spot, we're like, how's this suit gonna do it? This isn't gonna work.
And he literally, the first day he came in a suit and tie. And me and Brooke, we're dressed up today.
They dress up for the camera. It's usually yoga pants and
Flip-flops,
sweatshirts.
baseball cap. We don't get dressed up. But he came in a suit and tie. And me and Brooke are like, how is this going to work, We only dress up for picture day. That's about it. But he came in and who knew? He was funny. He didn't share that with us because he was our boss all those years. But you know what? He can tell a good story. He is funny.
Yeah.
And it works. Sometimes he has to reel it in because he is our boss. But in here, I think he treats us equally. It's the same level, level playing field. And we get to be us. He lets us be us. And I think that's what we love so much.
Wow. Mike, when you hear this, what goes to your mind?
He's going to pay me $100 after.
Free lunch after.
Let's go to Chipotle.
Exactly.
We have a lot of fun. I genuinely appreciate and enjoy their company. I really do.
Wow.
That doesn't mean that we're going to hang out because I see them enough. We hang out enough on a daily basis.
Yes.
So, but no, I enjoy they make me laugh. Both of them
Yeah.
make me. Brooke is one of the funniest pretty blonde girls I know, and Tanya is the funniest, coolest, hippest mom that I know, and they make me laugh. When you hear me laugh on the air, it isn't not fake laughter. It's very sincere.
And all three of you guys are genuine. People love that.
Yeah.
Let me turn to the radio because obviously you said this on February 8th.
Uh-oh.
Who was your celebrity crush as a kid? So I'll put it to you bluntly. Who were your celebrity crushes as a kid?
You want me to go first?
Go ahead, tell him.
Lamont from Sanford and Son.
I watched that marathon all the time.
No, it was not Lamont. He was too old for me. But there was this show growing up as a kid, and I used to watch it by myself.
Okay.
It was called White Shadows.
Okay.
With Ken Howard, I think that was the coach's name on the show.
Okay.
It was about basketball, whatever, and basketball team. And the guy's name was Kevin Hooks. And people can Google it if you want. He's a big-time producer now.
Wow.
Like he did, what's the show that you watched all the time?
Prison Break.
He did Prison Break and stuff like that. But back in the day, he was just this dorky guy who wore glasses. I just thought he was cute. And I had the biggest crush on him. And now everybody laughs. But you know what? He's a big-time producer now.
See?
I didn't marry him, and I don't have any of the money, but, that was my childhood. I had pictures and posters of him and everything,
Brooke?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, for sure.
Yeah.
I literally had so many posters on my wall that it was like this. It looked like my walls were going to cave in because I loved him so much. And if you listened to the show last week, and the podcast is up on Facebook, Mix 96 Live.
You'll know about it.
I was invited to go on a cruise with Jonathan Taylor Thomas when I was 11 years old. Mind you, every fan that was a part of the fan club was invited. But I thought it was a personal invite, and my parents would not. Mom, Dad, this is to you. Would not let me go on this cruise that could have changed my life. I could be Mrs. Taylor Thomas
She could have
today.
been.
Today.
I could have been Mr. Taylor.
What did your mom tell you yesterday when you posted that on social media?
She said, "Oh please, girl, bye."
Out of all the things that Brooke has been able to experience in her life, she is holding on to this one.
Forever holding on to that. But JTT all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Still love you.
Wow. There you go. Mike, how about you?
My favorite movie as a kid growing up was Stand By Me, so I choose River Phoenix. That
Okay.
was I was devastated when he died. I have the People magazine cover with him on it when he passed away, and so yeah, that would be it.
Wow.
And you'd have forgotten about the drummer from Lanier.
Elaborate, please.
We will not.
I was trying to get that out.
Quintin, how about you? Who's your celebrity crush?
It was Left Eye.
Really?
Really?
She's
Good
beautiful.
choice.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
choice.
All the time. I loved her. She was awesome. She was gorgeous. And it was devastating to see her, when she passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the concert where they used the
The
image?
hologram.
Holograms.
The
Yeah.
I
hologram?
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's coming to town for the '90s concert.
It's coming here? Oh, that would be awesome. You have to go to that.
Definitely will have to.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke, get me caught up here. What is the Daily Sleaze?
The Daily Sleaze is basically all of the gossip, the Hollywood gossip that's going on. Today it was about Jason Derulo and how they had to turn a plane around because he brought on 19 bags and got in a fight with the pilot and all of this stuff. And he said that it was due to, racial issues. And so that was today's sleaze. Also, local sleaze.
Sure.
Becky with the good hair, aka Rachel Roy, which is the woman who allegedly had an affair with Jay-Z, is coming to Fashion Week and going to be the featured designer this year
That's interesting.
for
that
Charleston
she's coming.
Fashion Week.
Wow.
So
And
that's
you guys,
the Daily Sleaze.
exactly. You guys were down there with, I went down to, Jasper County to interview John Pope when he ran for South Carolina State House, and I saw you guys did the day before.
Right.
So that was good. Yeah. Oh, and here's come on in.
I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, Mike, you want to say something?
No, I wasn't.
He's like, no, I wasn't.
I hope with all the equipment that you got,
Yes,
got
sir.
editing equipment to edit this part out.
Well, I was going to just leave it in.
I said, let it go.
yeah.
Let it go.
That was
We are
Handshake
real.
Blake, by the way, that came into the door. Hi,
Do you not
Blake.
want to come say hi real quick?
Real quick. No, you're in the middle of something.
Oh, no.
Oh,
worries.
now he's shy.
Oh, I just couldn't.
Me? No,
I'm
never.
dressed for
At least
this.
stick your head in and say hello.
Oh, sit right here, please.
Have a
No,
seat.
I need to be behind y'all.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, let me turn to Valentine's Day. Obviously, that's coming up next week. And you guys actually posted this on Facebook. Valentine's Day plans. Let Mix 96 take you out. So what are you guys exactly doing for Valentine's Day personally?
We have. This was my idea.
Okay.
And this hasn't been revealed anywhere because we're not going to reveal it until they actually go.
Right.
So basically, you sign up, you enter to win a dinner for two at High Cotton, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a limo ride to and from. Okay, and then the cool part is, the secret is that on the way to dinner,
Mike is a prankster.
He
first of all.
is.
It's gonna be awesome.
It can never be straight. It can never be straight.
so
Veers off.
on the way to dinner, we stop by Goodwill, which is one of our sponsors,
Right.
that support Two Girls and a Guy, local company, charity.
Right.
So we stop by Goodwill,
Yes.
and then we say, you have 30 minutes, and we're going to let the husband or the boy pick out an outfit for the wife or girlfriend,
Oh, Lord.
and then the wife or girlfriend has to pick out an outfit at Goodwill for the husband or the boyfriend, and then we go to dinner. So then it becomes a challenge.
Right.
Or can you dress your man? Can you dress your woman?
Now, see, I'm not in fear of what the man's gonna look like. I am in fear for that man of how he's going to dress his woman. Because this could go one way, bad. It's going to be, we will see though. It will be funny, it will be fun,
Yes.
but I cannot wait to see the men dress the women.
That's going to be great. And I love practical jokes.
Yes,
does.
you do.
So-
You're the king of it.
I enjoy that. I can't wait to get the picture of the frown on the woman's
Oh.
face
Uh-oh.
once he picks out an outfit.
Way to
for
ruin
her.
Valentine's Day, Mike.
Yeah. This is what he does.
Oh, really? Wow.
So that's our Valentine's Day promotion.
Yeah. Let me turn to the Super Bowl. You guys posted this on Facebook. What a game. That really was a game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I watched Lady Gaga.
He doesn't,
I faked the whole
he
thing.
doesn't like football.
I hate football.
Wow.
Hate it. But no, I thought it was a great Lady Gaga concert.
Right, everyone talked about it on Twitter.
I enjoyed that. But you watch football. You watch for the commercials. I watched for Gaga. So
I mean, I literally watched the entire game.
Oh, good.
And at halftime, I was like, it's over. I can turn to something
Right.
else. But something told me to stay. I'm like, I don't think Tom Brady's going to go down like that. And watched and watched and watched. And, I mean, at the end, I wanted the Atlanta Falcons to win.
Everybody.
But at the end, I said, if they can pull this off, the Patriots deserve to win. And I think you stepped out of the room for a minute.
I did. I was gone like around the third, fourth quarter. I was like, okay. And so we were outside, me and some friends, because we had like apps and food and things set up out there. So we went outside and we were talking, and one of the girls that was in the house walked in the door. And now, mind you, she's from New Zealand, so she has never seen a Super Bowl before.
Right.
She was really excited to watch it because this was her first like real American experience. They just moved here.
Yes.
And so she came out and she's like, I don't know if this is a big deal, but it's tied 28-28. And I was like, oh my gosh. And opened the door, ran back in, sat down and watched the rest of the game. And it was
Most
incredible.
exciting game I've ever seen,
Incredible.
ever in history that I've watched football. Most exciting and the best comeback ever. I mean, you got to give it to Tom Brady, whether you love them or hate them.
Right.
He can play. I mean, he is probably the best quarterback in history.
And
Who's Tom Brady?
He plays for the Marriott Conquest. You wouldn't know if I even told you, so it doesn't matter what name I tell
Was
you.
the opening act for Gaga?
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Opening and closing.
He's an incredible quarterback for the New England Patriots.
Well, there you have that.
He doesn't care. He likes baseball.
Thanks for the
Oh,
lesson.
really? What's your favorite baseball team?
Cincinnati Reds. I grew up in West Virginia, so that was the closest major league team. And
Sure.
my dad took me to a lot of games when I was a kid. So Johnny Bench, Pete Rose,
God, I remember all of
the
that.
whole lineup.
Wow, that's amazing.
No.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Just a side note.
Oh, no, you're good. I love that. And unfortunately, I was getting ready to go to work at Qology that morning. And someone from Field Landing texted me and said, hey, did you hear about the T-Bone's fire? I said, no, T-Bone's couldn't be on fire. Got down there, saw everything on social media. Obviously, it was a fire. And of course, we know that place is completely damaged.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it really started from the kitchen to the second floor. I was just in there maybe 3 weeks ago with Chick-fil-A Mouse.
Right.
And, that's always a good experience to go to T-Bone's and get their steaks and salads. What are your fondest memories of T-Bone's on the market?
I've had, actually, when I first moved here, I had several first dates at.
Oh, good.
I never can't get past the
He's
first
good
date.
at first date.
Really?
He's very good
well,
at
when
first
you
date.
say that I'm good at the first date, it's only because I had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
It's the second date I really did work on. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I have many memories of eating dinner at T-Bone's and then going next door to Comiskey's and having coffee and cheesecake or whatever. Yeah, I think for me that was it. I spent a lot of time on downtown the market when you first moved to Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
The market's cool. The restaurants are new. After you've lived here for a while, then you're kind of like, I don't want to deal with the traffic.
Right.
The
I don't want to
tourists,
deal with the tourists.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been there.
Okay.
But when I first moved here, it was a good first date spot. So now I'm just kind of secluded in West Ashley, and that's kind of, I think once you've lived here for a while, that ends up happening. You end up staying in your own hood. I stay in West Ashley. Brooke lives in Mount Pleasant. Everything she does is in Mount Pleasant. Tanya moved to, lives in Somerville. We haven't seen her outside of work since Somerville.
Do you want Quintin to see the real side of it?
It's way too far for Brooke and I to go visit her
They don't visit
in
me.
Somerville. It's like a 2-hour car ride now.
Such a
I need
exaggerator.
an overnight stay.
I gotta stay at a Microtel.
But I come visit you guys. That's the part that you don't seem to understand. I come visit you.
I love you.
Don't touch me.
And you know where I can find me? I'm always downtown.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're downtown,
All the
right?
time.
But you
All
live
the time.
downtown
That's
too.
right.
Mhm.
So
I
you,
grew up there.
after you've lived in Charleston for a while, you stay in your own
You find the place that makes the most
your
sense,
own
and then
hood
that's
that makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I love West Ashley.
There you go.
I can't imagine living in Somerville or Mount Pleasant. Although
Really?
they're great cities. When I go there, which
Yeah.
is rare, but I fall in love with the restaurants in West
Yeah.
Ashley, and just like you with downtown,
Yes, sir.
you
Yeah.
love that life downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Verde, Chipotle.
Yes,
Oh, I love
exactly.
her dad.
Yeah.
So good.
Good salads. I love their Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hall's Chop House. I was just there a
Oh.
week ago.
Our
Now,
favorite.
Tanya will make the trip from Somerville for Halls.
I will walk to Halls if I
See?
need to. Oh, I love Halls
Look,
Chop House. Yeah.
And you know, I had food on the house there. Had the New
You were
York
just
script.
there the other day.
Yeah, the New
Mhm.
York script and mashed potatoes.
Did you
So
stand in
good.
line for the what's the new barbecue place downtown?
Oh, Rodney Scott.
Rodney
Just
Scott.
yesterday.
Oh, did you go
Did
to
you
that?
go?
No, I was working on interviews.
Oh, okay. You didn't miss that.
I
It
saw
looked
there was like a
delicious.
huge line.
Yeah.
I guess from what, Rutledge down to really King Street.
Yeah.
Right there.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to. I'll make the trip.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a good restaurant.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Let me turn to Blink 182. Obviously, they're coming to Charleston, April 20th, 26th, that is. What is it like to see that happen?
I'm so excited. This was the first concert, Blink 182.
Yeah.
Their Dude Ranch out. Was it Dude Ranch? That album.
Okay.
It was the first concert that I went to by myself without my parents. With my friends. I was 15 years old. One of my friends was 16. She drove. We went to the show. We thought we were so cute. It was at Bakersfield College
Oh, yeah.
in my hometown of Bakersfield, California. And so, I mean, for me, this is just bringing back all of my teenage memories. I love it. I'm so excited. I hope they play their old stuff. I know they've
I
got
do.
some new stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they will. They're good with playing to the audience
See?
and who's there. So
There's been some really good concerts coming to our city lately. I mean,
Happy
Yeah.
about that.
and especially pop. I mean, I remember a time when, pop music, top 40 music,
Yeah.
didn't come to Charleston. I mean, you had to go to Atlanta. Occasionally there was a Columbia show,
Right.
but they literally for 10 years only booked country
Yeah.
at the Coliseum for such a long time, and now you have the Coliseum Performing Arts Center, Volvo Car Stadium.
Right.
You've got all these amazing. You've got Train. You've got Blink 182.
Right.
Megan Trainor was just in town. That was a great show. Chainsmokers
Smokers.
are coming
Yeah,
to town.
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots sold out. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, I don't think 21 Pilots
No.
would have sold out here.
No.
I don't think they would have came here.
Mm.
But it's become such a big city now that it's become a profitable stop when you tour in Atlanta and then you've got to go to Charlotte.
Right.
It makes now financial sense for these bands to do a stop in Charleston. And I think the only one that's really canceled here lately has been Nickelback.
Where are you?
Number one fan.
There you go.
You know what I think what has happened, I think the music, I think we have caught up with the music because a lot of music has crossed over. It's no longer pop music. You look at Brooke, you would think that she listens to pop music. You look at you, I don't know what you listen to, but if you look at me, you would think that I only listen to R&B
Yeah.
music, but it's such a crossover now. I think we
Yes.
have finally caught up to what everyone likes because it doesn't matter your age or what your ethnicity
Right.
is. Who doesn't like Chainsmokers? Who doesn't like 21
Right.
Pilots?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
it's become a party. I mean,
It
it's not
has.
so much of only people who like pop music are to go see Chainsmokers.
Right.
It's become a social event where you go with your friends and you
Yeah.
drink and you Uber there.
and it's a good time.
And population has made a big difference, I think, in Charles.
Sure.
We've got, 40-some people a day that move here, as
Yeah.
indicated by the traffic, you know? So we have more people that live here that go to those kind of shows.
Right.
Let me turn to really some headline news. Describe to you the following one word: the Low Country Oyster Fest.
Bad traffic on the way out.
Yeah, you ready for that?
so busy,
Yeah.
but so much fun.
Long day. Yeah.
Wow, the Michael Slade retrial.
Pass.
Glad I wasn't on the jury.
I don't even want to call his name, but the convicted Emmanuel Amy shooter.
Good.
Bye.
Well deserved.
Okay. Are you gonna run the Cooper River Bridge run for the 40th year?
No.
I'll walk it.
No,
I won't run it. Let's
Oh,
not
really?
get crazy, but I will walk it. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Did you know that since, I didn't realize this, since
Yeah.
the Boston bombing,
Oh, yeah.
that you have to go through a Department of Homeland Security check now.
Oh, really?
If you run it, work it, walk it, whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad that you have to do that
Yeah.
after the fact. I
Fact,
mean,
yeah.
you think hindsight, it's like they should have been doing it all along, but you would never think
Right, somebody-
that people would do something as, heinous as that, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, I did the bridge run for 12 years.
Yes.
Wow,
You're a
you
runner.
run?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a huge runner. I haven't done it recently because of a lot of interviews and work.
Right, right.
But yeah, did it for 12 years. Started in 2000. I walked it because I had to write a column for the Post and Courier.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, I did it in 57 minutes, and it was
I do it in like 5 hours.
Yeah. That's
57
amazing.
minutes. That's incredible.
Well, it went up because I did my second year. Well, the third year was 43 minutes, and it went to 45. And yeah, it's really good.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. That's
I need to
nothing.
train with you.
Please. It's fun. It's always fun. It's crowded now, but it's fun. Really, really fun. And I'll tell you, this was really fun.
We had
was
fun.
fun.
We've been trying to put this together for a long time.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
schedules
Yeah.
finally meshed. And congratulations to you on all your
Absolutely.
your articles and all your
Absolutely.
equipment you got, and we were so proud of you.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think you're one of the city's treasures. When
Agreed.
it comes
Absolutely.
to when it comes to I guess non-corporate media,
Thank you. I
really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And I know you were a big part of reporting on Two Girls and a Guy the morning after the AME shooting, and we appreciated that and valued that because you live downtown and you
Yeah.
work in that area and everything. You were on the scene and provided some really good commentary for us, and we appreciate that.
Anytime. Love doing this public service.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Brooke, of course, and
Thank
Broad.
Brooke Broad
And
and her.
Brooke and the other girl, Tanya Brown.
and my always favorite here,
Thank
Tanya
you,
Brown.
Quincy. Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
That was
awesome.
good.
Yeah.